president did not introduce him to many leaders. They were doing hotel on their own. He was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
It does not have that contact. The standards got a trap of Boyka.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Virginia to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way, Boyka, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but I think they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kum, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not the one with Ellen.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our Bible for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of woman, then he wants to persecute us. He doesn't want to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner said, go look for lawyer. So from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and signed a resolution. I many seconds why y'all did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Boyka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said, son, correct move. Yeah, correct move.
Thank you. So, again, Honorable Chairman, I want to say thank you to you, Liberia, who came out today. I want to say thank you to our motorcyclists, to our truck cyclists. We want to say thank you. Thank you that you stood with us. You defeated all of the lies. And let me say this to you, Mr. President. We promise that until you receive our petition, we will not present our petition to any criminal. We are aware that Richard 2 is a role, and we will not present our petition to him. To you, Mr. President, your people collected over 14 million from 4 Monomo people. That is the highest level of evil I have ever seen in my entire life. We promise to provide job for our motorcyclists. We took away the only means of livelihood. You beat them, you kill them. We have arrested over 10,000 motorcyclists. We are breaking our different police stations and examples. We are here to challenge you. Your mess rule is enough is enough. We are come to say enough is enough. We the motorcycle are come to say enough is enough. Amanda, thank you so much. Mr. Chairman, I want to say thank you. Thank you ever so much. People struggle. Whoa. Just a brother, whoa. Boo, just a brother, woo. Boo, just a brother, woo. Thank you very much. You want to put your hands together for yourself, please? Thank you. We want to say thank you very much for showing up to the young people across the 17 electoral districts of Massachusetts County. We want to speak to you, to our young women and girls. One man who happens to be the Minister of Internal Affairs, he raped a lady. Today he's still the Minister of Internal Affairs. Process humanly has not been investigated. Joseph Parker came here. He lied to us that you'll get multitude of jobs. Young people graduating from University of Liberia, other universities, no job. No program for young people. We want to say to you, we are happy today that we have come here. But we have come here, like the chairman said, to present a petition to Joseph Parker. If Joseph Parker does not show up, we will not present our petition to anybody. And we are emphatic about it. And we want to say to you, the young people of the Youth League, congratulations on your courageous spirit. Today, put your hands together, put your hands together for yourself, young people. They said to you that you are not going to challenge the ring. They came here to parade with water cannon all over the place. But where are they now? They're gone. We challenge Gregory Como. You have killed enough people. You kill young people in your job. But we challenge you, if you shoot one ball here, you experience the consequences. If you shoot one ball here, we reply to you. We are not buddies. We are here to challenge you. So the big body of Megan want you to come here. The big body of Megan want you to come here. And we say to you, we will stay here, we will be around. Put your hands together for yourself. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Reactionary tendency. Reactionary tendency. Freskener. 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 Rudeness. 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 Violence. 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 Disrespect. 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 Reactionary tendency. Amanda. Thank you to all of our mothers and sisters who are there in the ring to be here today, so the voices can be heard. We stand here to say we are fed up with the disrespect and brutality against women and children. We have come to raise our voices against the rape against our children. There are hundreds of rape cases that are sitting at the ministry agenda and none has been resolved. And the corporate are working scot-free simply because of government connections. Our sisters are sexually harassed at ministry and agencies. But today we have gathered to say enough is enough. Our mothers who are in the market today are facing serious economic constraints simply because we have a U.S. rate for 100 per dollar. So today, Mr. Parker, the women of the Republic elected you. And the women of the Republic have come to tell you we can bring you down. If you cannot lead us, you must leave. And we mean what we say. If we cannot lead us, you must leave. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Thank you to all of the serving special women of Ghana. We commend you for your hard work and we say thank you.
Reading of the petition.
Cases in 2024. May we take a moment of silence. A moment of silence. Every day in 2024, 9 women and children were raped. That is the average daily incidence of rape cases in 2024. According to the Nigerian Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection, 2,759 rape cases. Is that not a genuine reason we are here for? Yeah. And an important reason we are here for? Yeah. We also remember the survivor of the King George massacre Adena Liberians. They were killed and shot in Cape Mount County. We should remember them. So we are here to present Manda. We are here to present the official petition to the people of Liberia. And we expect the government to get this petition from us. Amanda. We, the suffering masses of Liberia, petition our government on this historic day, July 17, 2025. We, the people of Liberia, students, Maka women, people rather, care operators, health workers, teachers, soldiers' wives, rock crushers, rubber tappers, charcoal sellers, civil servants, and everyday hustler in Liberia. Rise as a one voice. We stay united, not in violence, but in peaceful. Hello? We stay united, not in violence. We stand united, not in violence, but in peaceful defiance of injustice, hardship, and betrayal that have known our nation. We rise because our backs are against the wall. Our country is broken. Our future is in jeopardy. And our patience has run out. We're tired. Enough is enough. Whereas the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia solemnly entrusts the President, His Excellency Joseph Yima Boakai, inaugurated on January 22nd, 2024, with the sacred obligation to defend the Constitution, uphold the rule of law, and ensure public accountability. Duties that are the very pillars of peace, justice, and democratic governance. Yet, this sacred duty has been willfully neglected. President Boakai has violated the spirit and letter of this oath by enabling unchecked corruption, shielding wrongdoers, and dismantling the system of checks and balances meant to guard against dictatorship. Amanda. Today, under this leadership, Liberia is sinking deeper into crisis, marked by worsening poverty, rising inequality, rampant lawlessness, and the erosion of public trust. The suffering of the people has reached unbearable levels. The nation is bleeding, and the storm clouds of unrest grow darker each day. Amanda. We can no longer remain silent while our rights are trampled on, our future stolen, our democracy dismantled before our physical eyes. Therefore, we, the suffering citizens of the Republic, issue this petition with urgency and resolve, demanding immediate action on the following critical national concerns. Whereas, since taking the oath of office, President Joseph Yima Boakai has failed to demonstrate genuine commitment to fight against corruption. His refusal to prosecute corrupt officials while personally indulging in extravagant charter flight and a fleet of luxurious Lexus vehicles has sent a dangerous signal to those in power. By choosing personal comfort over national sacrifice amid a collapsing economy, the president has not only failed to lead by example, but has also actively enabled a system where corruption flourishes. This pattern of aiding and abetting fiscal looting among the government elite has created an environment of impunity. where public officials enrich themselves at the expense of the suffering masses. Amanda. One count, bad governance, and no rule of law. Whereas Mamaka Belete, a key figure in the administration, is centrally implicated in the Putu iron ore construction scandal, where she is alleged to have exacted undue pressure to approve a US $2 billion deal with Pioneer Group LLC, bypassing the legal role of the National Investment Commission and raising serious governance concerns. Her prior involvement in the controversial yellow machine procurement scandal reflects a troubling pattern of unofficial influence over major public deals, reinforcing the culture of impunity and backdoor governance at the expense of transparency and public trust. Amanda. Whereas Sylvester M. Christie, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, has been implicated in serious financial misconduct, has revealed in other reports by the General Auditing Commission, which exposed widespread financial mismanagement, payroll fraud, multiple violations of public finance law at the Ministry of State, approved budget, thousands of unverified salary payment exceeding US $7.9 million. Yes. Failure to remit lawful tax and social security contributions, recruiting of ghost employees, and a complete absence of basic human resource control, all occurring during this 10-1 beginning January 2024. Amanda!
Okay, let me say answer up to all of you. It's great that indeed we are here together again tonight. And let me say thanks to all of you ever so much for everything. We are forever grateful to the Almighty God for everything. And let me say thanks to you, especially, like I always told you, for every time you listen to our voices right here, you just tell Papa God, thank you, that your prayers are answered. And we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here together again. And we are here to do what we can for our country, because this is all that matters. Anything I do for myself is me and my family. It got nothing to do with the country. And by that, I am not working. Because what it means is that when you apply the force, the distance that force would take is what that is the equivalent of work. Now, if I apply the force on my life and the distance it takes, it only ends with my family having work. Because every force I apply, it should have a distance to equal work. So for me to say I'm working for my country, for me to say I'm working for my country, it means whatever force I will apply, it should leave from me to you, or it should leave from me to someone else, or it should leave from me. But if that force that I'm applying, that force is only rested with only me, my family, then I'm not working. I'm not making any impact. That's just the classic thing there. So whatever we have to do, if we really want to be counted as people working for our country, it should be full time distance. When you say you're working for the country, then forget about self, because it's about full time distance, right? So I just want you to get that. I always tell you people that you got to understand some of these things, how it works. So we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here together again to do what we can for our country, and no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And let me say welcome to the program, and I face the issues on Kings 88.5. And for those of you who have sent in your stuff, on our support basket. We appreciate you, and it is there, and we appreciate you, and I will always thank you. You never know what you are doing for your country. Though you are helping me to help you. So every one of us here, we are helping each other to help somebody. So you are helping us to help you. That's how it is. So every one of us, we are in this together. You will not count that what you are doing is most important, because without you, we nobody. And that's one thing we'll always count on. And like I said, we are very grateful to all of you for your support that you will continue to give. We thank you. We are very grateful. In a land where gratefulness is now scarce, where people don't care about the minimal or little impact people make in their lives, then we are mustering that courage in such a land to say thank you. And we'll forever remember that. It is not about our powers, it's not about our might. We believe that whichever way it is, whether you physically touch our lives or just by the mere fact that you wish us well, those wishes are what God visits your heart to locate and say, look, this is what these people wish. It is because of the wish of this person that despite AB being very terrible, the wish of this person, I will not let it hurt them a good 7, because anything that happens to AB will hurt my good 7. So I will save AB because of my 7. I want to tell you thank you. You may not know that. That is why we are very grateful every time we come here and we say thank God so much for your prayers you continue to offer our country. We are forever grateful. You may not know it. And no matter what people think. So let me say thanks. I was able to travel to Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County today, and I was the court's opening. We had to welcome back, and our resident judge, and who did an excellent work, especially at Criminal Court C, and His Honor, just Joe Bacon. I want to say thanks and welcome back to him officially here. And we want to say thanks also to Judge Blamo Dixon, who was able to work in his chair whilst he was away, and he returns to town. I want to say thanks also for holding the base. The Bassa Bar, the best bar ever amongst all the bars. I want to say we are grateful. I don't want to name the people who constitute that bar, because it can be too that kind of way demoralizing. It can make other people just feel terrible about themselves. So we don't like to mention that bar. We don't, you know, every set, it has members in it. So when you start naming the members of that other set, forget it. Every other set want to fly. We don't want them to fly. But the Bassa Bar is the best bar ever. Yeah. So I want to say thanks to all of you, and I Hodges, and I Reeves. He was able to join us, Othello C, and my friend and brother Attorney. They were all great people that were able to join the team. So on behalf, I'm not saying this on behalf of the Bible, but in my own weak way, as one of you, I'm very happy to say that we are great. The number is claiming, and we are certainly grateful to the Almighty God for everything. We are all over the place. We are strategically placed. And thank you guys so much for everything. It was quite a fantastic moment today in Grand Bassa County. And a great team had to leave from here. A few other friends, we had to rush our way quickly and come back to town. So we are back here. So thank you guys so much for everything you do for your country. Yeah, keep up the great work. All right, folks. Having said that, we have too many things on the plate, and I think we'll have to reserve some for tomorrow. A lot of things happened. But let me also say our condolence. You know, normally I don't like to politicize these kind of things. Our condolence to the Grisby family, and over the passing of their son, Sylvester Grisby. I don't want to say whether he was diligent worker or whatever it is, and I don't want to be too quick to say anything, but may God take the appropriate steps that befits him for his services that he had rendered, whether good or bad. May God take charge. And that's what I can say to that. But you see, in this country, there are things that when we say, you don't want to believe it. But it will always happen. There are strange deaths that just occurred over the weekend. One at Transport Ministry, Bashiru Toure, a boy whom I had known. He and this boy who used to play for MPA Delhi Patterns, Mark. Those were the two MVPs you could hear about during our days of sports coverage. You used to hear about Mark, and you used to hear about Bashiru Toure, playing for LPRC Orders, and Mark were playing for MPA Delhi Patterns. Those were the two guys that you could really hear their name. We would hear the legs of Emmanuel Potters, yes, and I want Dotu, yes, one of my fans, and of course, and yeah, they all, we used to hear about them. When I mean sports coverage now, when we used to go to the sports commission, and yeah, we used to hear about them. That's it. But a young man, he had grown, transitioned from sports now into doing some capable work for himself, and he was the head for decentralization at the Ministry of Transport, and he was one of the guys who was really part of this campaign, and this traffic management deadly cruel deal. He was one of the guys, and in fact, when the Unity Party took over, they had wanted to take him from that position. In fact, the car he had as decentralization head, they took it to give it to another Unity Party man. They wanted to take him off that job, and I understood he had to go talk to Snow, talk to the outgoing Chief Justice. And I think these are people who practically really knew him. He had to talk to a few folks until he had to maintain a job. But maintain a job like how? Just to get a job, they took the car from him. They gave the car to someone else, so he never had any work and any car. In fact, it was George Weah, His Excellency Ambassador George Manneh Weah, who had to tell him, say, if the people want their car, give it. So we had to tell him, say, you can come and check. I want for you to check, and then if you can get a car here for yourself, come and get it and be using it and go to work. And they still gave you the job, but they say they're taking their car, no problem. Come and take car from here, you'll be using it. So that's how he had been. Things had not been too okay for him. And I don't know. So if you get people fighting you on the job, they want to take it away from you. But due to other big hands or due to other connections, you are left on the job. It's risky. Because these people, they have come to do any and everything, any vacancy. People have told them. They have told them that we are here and there are some people in places, but if you can find vacancy anywhere, we can pluck you through. So what they are now doing, some of the Unity Party partisans, whom Joseph Boakai have taught elimination as a medium of getting at opponents, they too have employed that strategy. That methodology is now working. They all are dancing with the devil and they are eliminating people. So if you see yourself being fought by these guys, and maybe you manage it some kind of way, you were sitting there, all those guys will do, they're not going to use the top again. They will use some kind of medicine, some kind of something to eliminate you. I'm not saying that is what happened with Bashiru Toure, but you could see the circumstances. He was heavily fought. And he dies. He died on a Friday. Yeah, Friday, something like that, he died. I was shocked because the last time I saw him, he had gone to introduce his wife to the former president. We are read to ABC compound. Yeah. He had gone and said, oh, I'm Madam Deo. You know, here his entire brother party. I saw them that day. Yeah, I saw them that day. And it was quite an elaborate occasion. Very beautiful woman who have to be kept a widow just months ago. He just got married months ago. He have to leave behind a lady. Hey, man, I don't know. I think I should have this guy's video here. Let me try to share with you something. so that you can see it. And I don't know. Let me try to share it with you. Yeah, and I just want to share it with you. I just want to tell you events that unfolded over the weekend. Yeah, events that unfolded over the weekend. So events that unfolded over the weekend. I just want to share with you so that you can just see it, and then you know exactly that we are not here. Things are happening. If anyone is fighting you, or maybe you think whatever it is, God was able to keep you and you are still alive, I think the best thing you can do, try and leave. Don't stand in their way. The guys are eliminating people because of job. It's not easy. You see how the guys are terrible. They are doing any and everything to get at anybody any given point in time. The guys are terrible. If there's anything you can do to save yourself or whatever it is, don't stand in their way. Do not stand in their way. The guys are brutal. They are raw. They don't need to be educated. They don't need anything like that. They just need it and they get it. And that's what it is. Don't ever dare stand on their way. No, you're just hurting yourself. And I'm telling you the truth. Look, these are challenging times. These are challenging times in our country. So everyone else eliminating anybody that can eliminate. You saw the first finance minister, Honor Joseph Boakai. The man saying, yeah, got sick. Since that man left, his sickness finished. Since he resigned, his sickness over. Since Boema resigned, his sickness been finished. Nothing there again. So if God is on your side and you are living, don't find yourself in these people's position. They are doing anything to eliminate people because they believe that they are birthright. So if you think because you have other connections somewhere and are what keeping you on a job, and the very people you have to face on a daily basis, you think you have won them, my brother, be careful. They can eliminate you and you are finished. Because they just want to create a vacancy, then they can tell their party people say, but vacancy down there already. Why can't you put me there? I'm already in the building. Why can't you put me there? The vacancy already there. What the issue? There's an elimination game. Almost everybody. This is the guy, and the honest died. Yeah, yeah. I saw this and I was very, very shocked. And there's a man, like I told you, and this is terrible. This is really, 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 really terrible. I think the transport ministry jacket is on him. Yeah, okay, very good. This is him. Very young guy. This is him. There's the guy. Now the guy you see next one. Very young guy. Begin to ask you, I say, you sure that's the guy? Yeah. Because there is somebody I just saw months ago. Yeah. It's not too long, no. Yeah. So I saw this. There's a young man, very young, very much young. Very, 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 very young. And that's why it is. He's dead and be very careful. Be very careful. You are not going to allow yourself to die and you don't live again. No. You will still get jobs. You will still get jobs. Move. Look at what happened at transport. Let me say another incident again from finance ministry. One having guy in the morning celebrate a birthday, in the afternoon gets to work, die. What must have killed him? We don't know. But the mysterious circumstances are just unfolding. People just dying. Why are they just dying? We don't know. But one thing we know for sure is there is a different and dangerous pattern for government job in this country, as though it's an entitlement. When you make public service to be an entitlement, because what you fight for is what you own. Like we always said in property law, you can only fight for what you own. If you don't get case, you don't get property, why would you want to take somebody to court to fight them? You don't have it. You can only fight for what you own. And if you don't fight for what you own, you suffer waiver and laches. That's where you see issues like adverse possession and lying in property law. You own the property, you saw somebody on the property, open it, you see them there, you're not fighting at all. You allow certain number of years to what they call, then you come now and say, for you, they will give it to the person. That's where adverse possession comes in. Because you own your property, and because you know you own it, you can stop somebody on it. The only person who get right to fight for anything is the person who owns it. So the guys have taken government job to be their entitlement. So they believe they will fight for it to protect it. They are fighting. They are not governing. They are fighting anybody. And that's bad. So be very careful. This is my own caution to people out there. No job business. If you were to leave that job or left that position, it's better you let them to think that they are won so that you have an opportunity to fight again. Do not sit in their faces. This is a game of elimination. Boga said he would dance with the devil to eliminate. He has tried everything to eliminate George Weah. He has withdrawn security forces from around George Weah. He has made George Weah vulnerable. He has done a lot of things to eliminate George Weah. But God being on George Weah's side, George Weah left the stage because Joseph Boga's next plan was, if George Weah are going to say he's state president, Joseph Boga are going to use out of the security sector. He has been damaging every sector already. The health sector will be used. The security system will be used. They will eliminate Weah. I'm telling you for sure. So what Weah did is what I want y'all to do. Get it. Give them their jobs. George Weah did it. George Weah did not turn away this thing because he thought that he didn't win election. No. George Weah left the stage because he did not want people to die. It would have been George Weah not to die, but some of you have died because it was a game of elimination. That's what they want. So he left it. So if George Weah can leave it, he said, oh yeah, the man was stupid. No, he's not stupid. You yourself can also leave it. You can give them their jobs. If that position they want to assign you somewhere that they think that they have won, give it to them. The same way George Weah did. He made them to think that they have won today. They think they've won. But are they succeeding? No. There's a difference between winning and success. I always tell you people, you can win something, but you're not successful because the goal for winning that thing, you didn't get it. The intent for winning that thing, you didn't get it. So let them be. Let them win. Let them win. Leave them. That's something that you're going to get your hair on. Some of us, God will use us to talk to you people. I know it's a hard decision. But it better they take it. Made them to think that they won. They are not winning. But you letting them go and say, oh yeah, I'll go with my business. They are not winning. Don't think they are winning. But you're just letting them go. And let them think that they are winning. And you will see yourself, you have everything to live for, to serve your country, and you will serve it. So be very, very careful. Look at the situation surrounding Maxwell Grisby. Let me say Sylvester Grisby, it's not Maxwell Grisby. Sylvester Grisby. That man was sick. We started announcing it. That man had never been okay. There's a friend of mine who's very close to Boakai, the family here and there, and he decided he wanted to help the government. He close to Boakai now. He was in CDC government, but he close to Boakai now. He wanted to help the D40 because it's what they call, but he's close to Boakai. So he has some opportunities he wanted to help. So he called Sylvester Grisby. Recent time, yeah. And Sylvester just gave up sign and told him, look, my man, I'm just tired. Anything that relating to routine, and I just want to talk inside now. Because he had thought that those opportunities he had, sharing it with Sylvester Grisby, it would be the best way, to sway so that whatever opportunity he's talking about could come in the country. So Sylvester just told him, my man, I'm here trying to fight on myself. That place, everyone else just doing their own thing there. So I don't know who I can refer you to. No, but I don't know how I can be of help. But maybe you can contact other people. But I don't think I can be, of help to you. That was what he told them. He told the guy, and that was it. Sylvester stays there under these conditions. In fact, he had sent some of his guys who all of them travel. He had already sent them back. That he was making a way back to Liberia now because he had recovered enough and he was making his way back. Because there was no time that we even reported the crucial nature of Sylvester Grisby's illness. Because though he was ill, but it was manageable. He was trying to recuperate. In fact, he had, because they said the data was clear, because few of the came back, the guys who were with him, they came out, they said, oh yeah, the chief is expected to come back to the country. Monday. In fact, the guy said Monday. Only for us to hear that a man who was prepared clear by the doctors after a long stay in the US attending to himself, he dies. But who could have killed this man? Why? It said that they heard that he's making a comeback and he's going to sit and disturb their chances and so forth. That's why somebody did something somehow, especially in the wake of these mysterious deaths of people in places. Who must have done that? And Sylvester Grisby being at that level, he's not there jail for nothing. Sylvester Grisby, he had an organization that was responsible for all the sanctions alongside Alexander Cummings then against the CDC. So immediately they got there, Sylvester made his way through. It was Sylvester that brought in this man. We all used to see when they're talking about how Alan White was sitting down with Bwaka, all that arrangement that you used to see. Alan White, why you told Bwaka, say, yeah, you call me here. Why you say? There's all that thing that Sylvester Grisby is making. He was the guy because Alan White then were working with the legs of Jerome Verdier then, Sylvester Grisby then, all of them. They were their whole team. That's their entire team working on sanctions, So when they won, Grisby put fear in them and said, look, we made this thing to work. And Papa, you and myself had a long relationship and so forth. So same Cummings, they didn't come anywhere near. This is it. So they recommended that Grisby would be the guy to serve as Minister of State to give the presidency an image because they believe that under the Weir administration, the sanctioning of George Weir's chief of office staff, it dented the presidency, the office of the president. It dented it. It gives it a bad image at the time. So they believe that the man who can rebrand it and then make it to look like one that can be united or be coordinated in line with America's policy or the foreign policy of America is Sylvester Grisby because he has a lobbyistic power. That was how they brought in Grisby. Grisby has been there. That's why you saw Grisby there passing over. Grisby knew all of the deeds. Now, since they knew that Grisby knew all the deeds of Joseph Walker and his children, in the wake of all the drug-related issues, the financial crimes, the violation of the laws, so they kept him there, but they didn't like him there. They see him like a stranger. So what do? We can get away from Grisby. Because there are some of the decisions that they were making, Grisby was not involved. Grisby was not happy with the issue about the Alan White going away. All those things, they were not happy. So Grisby began to withdraw himself. The less of Kofi Woon and Adele were now controlling things. Mama Kabelete. Chris Onanuga, what kind of Nuga or what? Those are the guys that were now controlling things. Mandela Cooper then. They just merrymaking, loving to each other, all kinds of foolishness. All those things that what they were doing. So Grisby is an outsider to the only reason they brought him is because they feared that him being out, he has all the contacts, the connections, and all of the shady deeds that Bwaka got involved with and so forth here and there. He's a candidate for sanction. So we can play with Grisby. So they always kept him in the loop, but they were not giving him a chance. So what do? You don't want to equally keep a Grisby there and continually sideline him. Grisby is left in the loop. And that's why it is. These are all conspiracies. You can see the line and the chain of conspiracies. What do? The best thing to do, such a person who knows a lot about us, whom if he were to leave it poses a danger to us, and we cannot get him off and get him alive, probably somebody could say the best thing we can do to this man here, because he's a stranger. He's already knows a lot about us. How do we do it? By the way, God will take charge of it. But these are things, people that die, and they die. We don't have time. These are all things that have been happening. So Sylvester Grisby death, I saw in the newspaper, they say, who killed Grisby? Yeah, because there are mysterious circumstances surrounding that guy. He was not a happy man. They see where Prince Johnson was never a happy man, he died. Despite exerting his effort towards the struggle. They see where Sylvester Grisby died, an unhappy man. Simple. So these guys on easiness can always lead to their death. So I don't know. That's why I just advise those of you who down there, you know, people may not understand. Some of these pieces of advice we are giving you is for your own good so that you live long. Yeah. So that you live long. So those are issues. So you think about it. Now he's dead and gone. By the way, that's life. And some are not scared to say, God open our eyes, will say, we don't care. Because the bunch of foolish people in this country, they are too much. And I will always say that. And we are never going to buy into their foolishness. Because we are sound enough. We are independent enough. We have the integrity to stand this course. So we don't have time. That's why you see our lives are better. You look at us, we're not looking pure or whatever it is. God is on our side. And we are by far better than they do. They are hungry. They are still liabilities. We are still assets. Where we sit, we are contributing to our country. Where they sit, they are taking away from the country. That's the difference between them and us. But we are very much grateful to the Almighty God for everything that we continue to do for our country. But it's left with you people to be able to think about it and know exactly what you are doing. Grisby's death did not just happen. Unhappiness always ends with death. Prince Johnson, unhappiness, ended him with death. Grisby, unhappiness, death. Those of you in ministries and agencies, if you are unhappy with a job, they gave you blah, 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 you better leave before you die. I'm a warning to you. Yeah. You better leave before you die. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You better leave before you die. Go look for something else to do. It's very much important that you take this from me. We don't have time for what they do. It's up to them. Here is it. So if they want to really prove that nothing happened or blah, 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 let them bring a man. Let's do autopsy on him. Let's be on the chair and know what thing happened to him. If you not die from poison or something, and they will know. Let them do it. They will not do it. They can't. But anyway, when you dance with the devil has a high price to pay. You know that God, when you go to him, he give you a blessing, you tell your body, you do all kinds of things, you can be passing around. But the devil, when you subscribe to the devil, if you default with the devil, you will pay the price. You know that God, when God gives you, and God said 30 years, then you see yourself, you flying all over the place. Then he said, what God will take own time to deal with you, and to deal with you so that it can be death. You'll still be living, but for the devil, when the devil get ready, the moment you subscribe and say, look, I'm signing a contract with the devil, and you default, no mercy. God get mercy when you default, when you get God's way and God blesses you. When even you want to misbehave or whatever it is, God can make it to appear like you can even fly and say like you on your own. Well, that is that. We got a lot of things, and I don't want to go too much into them. So let me come and share with you something very much important. Again, that's the Grisby issue. So we leave that Grisby issue just like that. I don't know what I should talk about the Sir Joseph issue tonight. Yes, I will talk about it. I will talk about it tonight. because some of my BB students are listening and they want to hear about it tonight from me. You know, normally I don't like to talk about these people. Yeah, normally I don't like to talk about them because there is nothing they can say that the layman out there does not know is either true or false, because the laymen out there nowadays, they are able to analyze before they take. They are now Bereans. The people of Berea, in the book of Acts, they called them the noble characters. They said these people, when Jesus' disciples then went to preach, the moment they finished preaching, those people then would take the message. They see whether what Paul then say is true before they can take it in. That's the kind of Berean kind of nation that we have in now. So that's why you see most of the analysis we do here, they are adapting to the analytical skills to analyze things and say, but is this one possible? If this one happened this time, why did it not happen this time? In fact, if it did not happen that time, what would have been responsible for it not happening that time? Those are things they put to work before they take it. So that's why you see most of them nowadays, they can be arguing with the fully United Party people. Then they can tell us, okay, and you say they won't happen. Is it possible that they won't able to happen without this? Okay, since it can happen without this, what would be the reason for it to happen without this? That the kind of question they can be asking them now, they can just run away. Because our people are now speaking to the issues. They are now speaking to the issues. They don't just go and shout all over the place, oh, Joe, we are bad. No. We are not going to do that. The guys are sound nowadays. And that's the kind of Berean kind of characters that we are building now in this country. That you don't just walk to them, just tell them anything, they just take it. No, they don't. They assess it, evaluate it, and see whatever you say is consumable before they consume it. That is who they are. So we'll talk about the side issue. But let me come to transition you to something which is very much unique. You know, the reason why we are passing around, some of my students will see some things happening in other countries and they send it to me and say, hey, the same thing that you can be talking happening on the other side. I am about to play, you know, it's in relation to what happened over the weekend. The pastors, they're sitting back today, they are saying nothing. The issue about the gay stuff. So I'm still doing some research, but I think if you look at the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, Article 5 talk about positive Liberian culture. The issue about the gay thing are infiltrating through the Methodist Church, where our Constitution is passing laws. There are laws or there are culture that when practiced does not harm the general good of society, becomes a positive culture and can be adapted. Because the Constitution, Article 5, talks about positive culture. Now, the gay thing here is not a positive culture. And if you are to protect the citizenry of the country based upon the culture of the state, because the only reason you are fighting against drugs, right, it is because the people who are in the drug culture, that culture is affecting the entire and eating up an entire generation. It could be you tomorrow. It will spread over to you. Not everybody can smoke, but the propensity of it spreading to you is why you are stopping drugs. That's a bad culture. There is not a place where people just smoke marijuana or whatever it is. They are in other countries where certain kind of narcotic drugs or certain kind of, drug that you call it, it's acceptable in those countries. Certain kind of drugs are acceptable in those countries. But that their culture adapts it. So you can smoke it, you can do this. That's their area. They don't see it as a problem. But when you now say, look, taking in drugs or specific kind of drug, these things are not part of our culture. We don't want our children to be involved in the drugs, all the things. It is one negative culture. And because you know it can affect anybody else, and you don't want it to happen, that's why you speak to it. That's why you pass laws. So if they're getting here, it undermines the positive culture as mentioned in our Constitution. Then there's no law that should be passed to undermine that Constitution unless we go back into that Constitution and deal with it. I'm not talking about that really. But I am seeing the silence of the church. When the Muslims wake up and they say they want national holiday, and the day the Muslims wake up and they say they're trying to pressure or maybe trying to mount a serious advocacy for national holiday, the entire Christian community will stand because they believe that by doing that, we are turning Liberia to an Islamic state. But that holiday not mean that everybody will be Muslim, right? But they are saying that they want it. And they believe that, and you believe that by allowing that, you will be making Liberia an Islamic state, right? Though we know our constitution calls for freedom of religion or whatever it is, but on a holiday issue, why you people can wake up there? Because you believe that by accepting that, you Christian, by accepting that, our society culture, which of it is a Christian-based culture, is going to be affected by that. People will start understanding it differently. That's why you people can be fighting these people. Though it may not be what it is, but that is why you can be fighting it. So if getting into the country and enter a segment of the church and enters a segment of the church, why the church is still silent, do I know the government has a responsibility to that? The national government, they get responsibility to that. But I'm saying why the very church not pressuring the government to wake up to say something to it. The council of churches, poof, they are nowhere. Even the Islamic faith, let's forget about it, whatever that Christian thing here and there. It's about human being now, our nature, whatever it is. If you are part of it and you practicing it and you know Islam is forbidding Christianity, we say, look, in Liberia, we forbid it. Why is say you people not fighting against it and you're leaving it to be there that the Methodist people think? Let them do it their own way. Why you can't understand it? Because some of the Methodist people are saying that the people are lying. It is not true. We are not saying a man will marry men. We know our Liberian laws. The other Methodist people that they're accusing, that's what they are saying. But all of y'all sitting back and saying nothing. Why? Why are you people like that? What kind of country is this? No, let me go show you something. I will play you something. There's this man of God who had led a series of protests in Nigeria, political protests in Nigeria. He had led a series of it. They caught him. I want to show you. I'm about to play him. You listen to him. The thing that you're not getting the content. You call yourself men of God. Nobody say, come and kneel. How for everybody to come and kneel? Oh, this, that, blah, blah, blah. All that thing they can be doing. You're not yet correct. Let me share it with you. So you listen to the man of God. Then I will bring you a critique of one of his friends, another apostle. Another apostle was criticizing him and said, during previous governments, you were criticizing people you led protest. Today, you are not leading campaign and everything against your brother, Goodluck Jonathan. But see his critique of Goodluck Jonathan. Though he may not be leading protest, but listen to his critique of Goodluck Jonathan, whom they describe him as his Yoruba brother. I will show you that. You know, you're in a country where we'll be teaching you what to do. You're going to say we're rude on you. We're not rude on you people. But, you know, a country, I don't know, truth telling is very out of way in this country. I don't know what kind of people you people are. They will go and talk all the thing and blah, 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 blah. We'll talk at one time. You get serious problem with us. And some of us, we're not like that. We're not scared of y'all. I can be playing. I get him playing already. But I just want for you to wait. Let me just play him. You coming to listen to him. You're coming to listen to him. Don't worry. People don't understand all those things. A friend, okay, let me first play why a friend said about him. Then I think it will be able to set the basis. Why a friend said about him. A friend's apostle. A friend apostle. Why a friend apostle said about him. Then I will play what he said. So let me play this one. Listen to him. This is his friend apostle, another pastor too. You know, these people, they are fantastic. Okay, we can. Are you seeing on screen? Okay, you're not seeing it yet because I haven't opened up yet. All right. So let me link him up so that you get him. Here is it. Let's listen to him. Now, your friend with a Nigerian pastor, then they know they are into the politics.
To come out Today Bakari.
This is what it is. Listen.
Pastor Today Bakari. I dare you, Pastor Today Bakari. Pastor Today Bakari.
Okay.
Pastor Today Bakari. I dare you to come out and lead protest against President Tinubu now. You come out to lead protest against former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and you call it Save Nigeria Now. That was the protest you led. You also led a protest, or planning to lead a protest against former President Muhammadu Buhari, and you call the name of that movement Nigeria for Nigeria. Nigeria for Nigerians. Now your brother, your tribal man, is now the president of this country, Nigeria. You have not come out to lead any movement, any protest against the high rate of insecurity in this country, Nigeria. You have not come out to lead any movement or protest against the high rate of unemployment in Nigeria under the administration of your own beloved brother. Pastor Today Bakari, I dare you to come out now, lead a movement, lead a protest against your own brother. People cannot afford to buy fuel. Fuel is now 1,300 naira per liter. A bag of rice foreign 120,000 naira. People can no longer afford to pay school fees. People can no longer afford to pay house rent. Pastor Today Bakari, I dare you to come out now, lead a protest, lead a movement against your own brother. Your brother that have plagued this country, Nigeria, into serious hardship, serious poverty. My people, when I watch this video, when Pastor Today Bakari, they round, say one lead movement, Nigeria for Nigeria.
I want to do it on ELBC.
Fellow citizens, at the center of this political banditry is the Motor Park brand of politicians. At the center, fellow citizens, at the center of this political banditry is the Motor Park brand of politics, nurtured by the old brigade politicians, and in recent times by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. President, it is through your influence that the Nigerian National Assembly has become a haven for legislative rascality.
Listen now, I just wanted for you to get him.
Mr. President, is under your watch. At the center of this political banditry,
you see how the people
is the Motor Park brand of politics,
in this country,
nurtured by the old brigade politicians, and in recent times by President Bola Ahmed. Fellow citizens, at the center of this political banditry is the Motor Park brand of politics, nurtured by the old brigade politicians, and in recent times by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. President, it is through your influence that the Nigerian National Assembly has become a haven for legislative rascality. Mr. President, is under your watch that the National Assembly has become an extension of the executive, grossly violating the principles of separation of powers and rubber stamping the whims and caprices of your office, all while singing the international anthem of psychoviolence on your mandate, which shall stand. Mr. President, thanks to your political machinations, Nigeria is now bedeviled by a captured National Assembly, the most ineffective in its checks and balances role since the start of the Fourth Republic. In 2006, the Fourth National Assembly had the audacity to reject the tenure exemption bid of a sitting president. In 2010, the Sixth National Assembly summoned the courage to stand against the power hijacking cabal and restore Nigeria to the path of constitutionality by invoking the doctrine of necessity. In 2011, the House of Representatives of the Seventh National Assembly had the courage to elect its leaders, as did the Senate of the Eighth National Assembly in 2015, defying executive interference. This National Assembly, the 10th, has by its unconstitutional endorsement of the president's abuse of powers proven to be the most spineless in our recent history. Through its actions and inactions, the National Assembly has in effect become the 48th member of the president's cabinet.
The 48th of the president's cabinet. That's how you describe it now. Similar thing that he's talking is the same thing in Liberia. Right? This is a pastor, a man of God. His friend was just criticizing and said, you used to stay protest here and there. But yet, despite that, this man was sitting in front of this gathering and damning Tinubu. Unlike our pastors who were opening their mouths here and they said a lot of nasty things, all kinds of things passing around today, they are not able to muster the courage. I'm talking about Nigeria. And I'll say, these people, they are protecting their members. They are fighting for their members. Because they believe when their members are not healthy, it embarrasses God. And that's what it is. Some of the things we can be saying, we're just saying it because we feel that God can be using us. I haven't been in Nigeria to listen to this man. That somebody, some of the students, and say, maybe the same thing that you can be calling on the pastor and for what the other pastor and doing on the other side, that how God can work. Our thoughts are aligned with sound people thoughts. There's nothing we talk that doesn't come from God. And because it comes from God, God is using his other kind of creatures on the other side to do exactly what we expect of our people that we can be talking about here. That's why you hear it. All the voices that play here. Did I ever know that they were going to be saved? Or did I ever know? Did I ever know? Or have I ever known that these people can be saying these things in their countries? No. But how will I now be challenging our own local pastors to do these things when I haven't listened to these kind of people there before? It has to be God. That's what I told you people when I said here. I'm not in charge. It's God. And I gave him the glory for that. I gave him the glory for it. You will be named and shamed. Who will bring your friends? Who will bring your friends? And you will listen to them. The same pastor.
A government that's asking the poor
again
to tighten their belts cannot afford a bloated waistline. A reduction in the size of government will ultimately translate to a reduction in the cost of governance. By nominating 48 ministers, the president is about to set a record for the highest number of ministers since 1999.
You see that? Bwakana doing the same thing. I said the same thing there is the same thing applicable here. Bwaka have the highest number of ministers. Places that Joshua did not nominate people or poor people. Bwaka, he has the highest number of advisors in that mansion. You listen to this man, not the same thing. As though God can be speaking through
their bells. Cannot afford a bloated waistline. A reduction in the size of government will ultimately translate to a reduction in the cost of governance. By nominating 48 ministers, the president is about to set a record for the highest number of ministers since 1999. This is not the kind of record expected of a supposed reform-minded government.
Yeah.
In a world of cutting-edge nations,
Yeah.
in which governance is becoming lean and agile, what does the president need 48 ministers? Or a cabinet of close to 70 persons for, other than the distribution of patronage?
Yes.
It is hypocritical for a government that has subjected Nigerians to untold hardship by adopting neoliberal policy prescriptions to then turn around and expand the size of government, thereby violating a core aspect of the same neoliberal principles. That, Mr. President, does not constitute genuine reforms. It is governance by political convenience.
Yes.
Truth be told, certain ministerial appointments and that of the current APC chairman by consensus illustrate the error that proceeds from the ruler, as stated by the preacher in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, 5-7.
The using a
It reads, and I quote,
yeah.
There is an evil I've seen under the sun, as an error proceeding from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, while the rich sit in a lowly place. I've seen servants on horses, while princes walk on the ground like servants. It does appear, Mr. President, that by your appointments, there's a reward for bad behavior and mediocrity in our polity.
You're sorry. That ABC anything there. Did I ever know the kind of man of God exists? No. And one of my friends, I will not yet name him because of business he does and politics business, I will not name him. He the one share these things with me. The same thing that we can be talking here. The man of God now, your friend, and I didn't want year so. They are gathered. They're not talking about, oh, there's that vote for them, man, vote for them, man. No, they're talking about governance or situation in a country that affects their membership base. They mention the size of government is liability. Because every time you appoint people into places, it goes along with salaries. And those salaries are personal benefits that they get. It does not go into national development, cutting it down. That's what the man is saying. What else do you want us to say? What do you really want us to say in this country before you know that God already sent people like us to talk to you? You say you know God, but God sent us to talk to you people. What's your issue? What else? What more you really want to know that God truly talking to people like, oh, forget about the aggressive way, because maybe that why you look at right, leave it. Tell a woman answer, God took him. Peter lied. God said you that upon you I will build a church. Forget about the ones that God will deal with here. So forget about how AB talks to you or what about it is that God will deal with here. Or I'm gonna name people who they SYZ, but God still use them. I will name them. Is that what you want to say? I will deal with you. No, let me tell you something. So you don't know how God can use people. And the reason God brought people like us the kind of way that He brought us to deal with you, because you're sitting thinking that what we're asking you to do is not called for. But that's a blatant lie. And you know but the terrible thing about it is this same thing that you're saying not called for today. If it were weird that were in power, then it becomes called for you to say it. Today, it is not called for. Because your government in power. How will men of God then say they are government in power when they have other people suffering there? All of them, they are on boards. So they all become liability on the state. This man is not on the board of government. So he able to condemn it. If the man was taking 7 years of board on in the Nigerian government, how does he have that right, that moral to say, look, Mr. President, your appointment there is putting so much breading on the country. If this man is serving as a board member, because he too also will be a breading to the country. So why would he be criticizing the president for saying your cabinet, you appointing more people in government when he himself was also appointed by the president and serving as board member? Can he criticize the size of government when you also contributing to the size of government? No. That's why you take yourself off and then you grab that president, deal with him and say, look, you can't be employing plenty of people because this is terrible. But all of them, the reason they close their mouths today, and they're not able to talk about these things, they don't have the moral to speak to it when the talk will deal with them, is because they have increased the liability on the Liberian people. they are increasing the stress on the Liberian people and creating serious problem in this country. They don't care. So that's why they will not condemn these things. You see what happening? The whole country is also done. I will teach you. I will tell you these things. It is God using me at this time to get to you people. How? You see them, man? They may not work in government. They may not take in both chair position, so you're able to criticize the size of government in terms of presidential appointments. But if you already benefiting from it, what kind of go can't stand about? Let's say Iman Kraina. Iman Kraina will say the pressure on the government is too much. Look at the president have several other president will say Kraina, you're close, you're gonna move too, man. Who are you to come condemn me or say you just say I just appointed you as board member down there, you sitting down there, what do you say? Bishop Reeve, Council of Churches president. Yeah, I just appointed you too. So how will you say I appointing plenty of people in the size of government big? When you the Council of Churches president, you also appointed too. Or you don't know your appointment goes with money? You think a free thing you do it, and when I appoint you there, I will give you gas, or I will give you money, I pay you. And that money I'm paying you is supposed to go to development. So if you say I'm supposed to cut down government and focus on development, why you yourself you taking salary? That kind of thing, but I will be asking them. So what did they will say now? What did they will rather say? This man is speaking, man. That your friend pastor then yes, so just call yourself pastors. That your friend pastor.
A government that's asking the poor to tighten their belts cannot afford a bloated waistline.
You asking the poor people to tighten their belt. That the kind of message then you're supposed to be preaching. Waka, you can be saying people must pray. Your father minister can be saying we must pray. The other people will say we must pray. They are living a bloated and wasteful life. That the kind of thing you're supposed to be preaching. Now what the man preaching here so? The man said you can be telling the poor people to pray and tighten their belt. Then you yourself you are wasteful. Y'all listen to him. Let me saying it. Y'all listen to him.
A government that's asking the poor to tighten their belts cannot afford a bloated waistline.
Thank you.
A reduction in the size of government will ultimately translate to a reduction in the cost of governance.
Simple.
By nominating 48 ministers, the president is about to set a record for the highest number of ministers since 1999.
Will you imagine? Highest number of ministers. In a kind of hardship, why would you need that? A pastor supposed to be saying that, but why would that pastor, council, or church's president say that when he himself is part of the liability? The waste. Imam Ali Krai, chief spokesman. How will he say that when he is there also? These people, they don't have any morals. They don't have integrity. You see, the thing that made people that are different in the country, don't have journalists, but I get moral more than most of you. Because you know what? I have told you people that government have come in power, and I say, no, I don't need any appointment job. I've said that before. I can provide my consultancy, do other stuff. But I can't take any government job, appointed job. I have my own reason. Maybe God knew why. Right? And I stood by it. Well, you think I didn't want to get 5,000 and a salary or whatever it is to finish my house? Yeah, I needed to finish my house. I needed that money to finish my house. My house are coming to even move their Jelada because the idea is you're not made a country who had what God it is now. So no problem. God will bless me. I will use my legal fee to finish that my holiday. No problem. But you see, you got to get integrity. You can say, oh, maybe you want to finish your own or too. You get Kamoi or look at that kind of foolish thought then coming from some ratting old men who been living on government throughout their whole life. You never that you won't get Kamoi or horse. Is that what matters? If you really think about that, you will never do the right thing. I don't care about whether any government official eating money or whatever. You want to serve in the states, I don't get a problem. I don't care about it. That's why you're supposed to be pastor. Then the little you get, they say little is much when God is in it. That little money that you can be getting is more. Not even more, sir. It is most. Because God, you're truly think God inside on the day, you're not coming down to come be looking for the kind of petty job. And because your pastor, the church is supporting you, the imam people, then they're supporting you. You imam Ali cry, you're supposed to be taking that kind of job. What kind of people you people are in this country? And when I be talking, they're going to be getting vexed. But you're sorry about this. Me, I'm a very bold person. I'm very courageous to speak the way I do it. I don't have time. I'm not disrespecting. I'm not insulting you people. It's just a fact. Right? So that I want to tell you. Yo, learn more on his shoulder. Hey, you can't come here and go without knowledge. Because me, I don't get time for how anybody feels. I'm not here to come make you to feel good. I'm not here to what? Make you to feel good. I don't have time. I'm here to make you to hear the message as it is. So I just want you people to know, so that you will know it. You could say I was sending a message to Bishop Reeve so that you will listen to it. Bishop Reeve want to listen to the message at PC. It can't do that. It doesn't work like that. You said it to Bishop Reeve or Ali Cry. You said it to them for them to say what they say increasing the size of the government. While they are members they're struggling, then they say the legislature is a problem. Oh, look at that thing, give it to you. I look at you and just laugh. But it doesn't help you people. Yeah. So I wanted sufficient time on this issue. So what I would do, should I give it sufficient time? No. So tomorrow I will talk about it. But let me just give you a certain little development concerning Thomas Farah. You know the reason? The reason I can be giving you the development is to tell you that what we predict will happen. So every step of the way, as God is bringing it to life, will be informing you, so that you know about it, because we know about them. God is already linking people to us to know what they are going through. So I'll talk about another issue on tomorrow. So let's just what to call it is here. How many more minutes? Oh, we're going 25 already. Okay, let me just say 5 minutes and then say this thing. You can call in now and then we'll go. So I will not tell you the date and the time, but it is true. Because when I say it straight, they will know who's for me. So I can say that. So Thomas Farah and the regime speaker, they are being summoned by the president. And you heard the pastor here first message. He said he said what? He said the legislature know that what thing? He said it's an extension of the executive. So anytime the president here call and tell us you come here, what are you doing down there? So Thomas Farah and that of the speaker were caught. The issue is this. The guys within the Unity Party branch, like I told you people, and I will keep saying it, they are not happy with how Thomas Farah is measuring up with Joseph Boakai in Lofa County, especially when Joseph Boakai is the president. Thomas Farah, maybe they went to school, but you know, sometimes you got to understand some things. You can't outshine your master. You can't outshine your master. It must first be established that your master is already established. Then whatever you are doing is to add on. But if your master is not established, nothing you do to add on that will not appear like that you making your master, and you can't appear like you are making your master. During George Weah time, Thomas Farah, all the things that you were building in that play there, here and there, even if George Weah did not give you dime and you say you want to go, George Weah does not see, he doesn't feel intimidated. He doesn't feel inferior to you. So whatever you are doing, whatever it is, George Weah don't get time. George Weah is just an add-on to who George Weah, who he is. Because that's his life. Being people-centered in life. So when you are doing it, that's what it is. So he doesn't feel inferior to you. But if George Weah is somebody who are not being people-centered, and then you, Thomas Farah, you were behaving in Lofa that you were more people-centered than Weah will feel inferior. I will teach you that one again. You see, some of these things there, some of these things, you will not understand it. And Thomas Farah, because we love you people, that's why we are saying these things. Learn your lesson well. You will get drowned. When you go, you come down, you will get drowned. So all the things that Thomas Farah doing, Lofa, passing around, blah, 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 I told you the lesser Clarence, Mother, they're not happy. And they will never be happy. Why would Thomas Farah be behaving like he will be behaving more than Joseph Boakai? And even if he said that Joseph Boakai doing it, Joseph Boakai doesn't feel comfortable. Why? Thomas Farah has a bad history of leaving from the party and saying that he didn't want to make CDC. When the very Joseph Boakai man knows that including he, Joseph Boakai, is the George Weah that made them. Then you saying that kind of thing. Then you passing around in Lofa doing the one, you go to the other area here and there. That why you see most of the project and thing there, he's being left alone to do them. The UP guys are not happy with it. So they started looking for sources. So the president calls Thomas Fowler and that of the speaker, and they asked the question: who appointed the current Ways, Means, and Finance Committee chair in the House? P. Mark Jury from Maryland County, I think District number 1. Who appointed him? It is Thomas Fowler who put P. Mark Jury in that position. Why? You want to know why? Okay, so the guy said the whole heat up with the whole Fonati removal here and there, Tima believed that he invested some money and so forth here and there, and Fonati supposed to have given him back. Something like that. Fonati were open door for him to get it back, and he didn't get it. Something like that. I don't know how true is it. So those were some of the bases for which Tifa decided to join the guys so that they will remove Fonati at all costs. So Tifa own interest is still toward the issue about Ways, Means, and Finance. That the area he always wants to control. Ways, Means, and Finance. So here, Jeremiah Coon, their whole life, in their whole legislative politics, it has to do with Ways, Means, and Finance. Ways, Means, and Finance. So, with all that thing Tifa was doing, brought people from CDC, did everything he could to keep them up, and made himself to appear like he didn't want making Rachel Coon, blah, 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 is because, when you heard Tifa saying that there's no turning back, it's because of that Ways, Means, and Finance position. Tifa wanted to control it. That's the heart of any legislative and the whole House of Representatives. The heart of it is the Ways, Means, and Finance. So T5 is the one who recommended, as we quote unquote, appointed P. Mark Jury to take that Ways, Means, and Finance position. So he believed that Kuhn was more interested in just becoming speaker. So since Kuhn is more interested in just becoming speaker, my own focus that I have there, because I need to get my money back, is to make P. Mark Jury Ways, Means, and Finance Committee chair. So the Unity Party does not still see the excessive control that they were fighting for, because it is T5 that controlling the heartbeat of the national legislature by having the Ways, Means, and Finance. So here, man, Jeremiah Coon, they will get the money. All that thing you saw Jeremiah Coon splashing money all over in Nima County during the senatorial election, blah, 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 it came from that Ways, Means, and Finance Committee. Bwaka understands it. The Unity Party people understand that they don't have the power, because it is money that makes the power. So that issue is now being raised with Rachel Coon. So when you heard it last time, I told you that they were fighting to oust T5 and then bring in Sekou Kone of District number 2 from the Unity Party, is to just overshadow everything and then say, look, T5 can be having these strategic positions. So I want to say today, I want to say yesterday, I want to say day before yesterday, but of the 3 days I'm just talking about, one of the dates are true, but I will not tell you it. They call them and they talk about the issue of P. Mark Jury. They said, Tifa, this is your making. And the reason this is your making is because you want to control the finances of the national legislature. While the speakership just goes to Kuhn, and Kuhn does not have the power. Money is power. Something is running somewhere there. I just want to tell you people, you're watch out. You just watch out. You know when I say Martina, me what they call here, they watch out. The fight that will come. Tifa Yatina, all that thing you're doing, Luva Kandi Boga happy with it. You can't outshine your master. Everything you're doing now, you're outshining your master. In the case of we are, you are not outshining we are. You can't outshine we are. Anything you are doing, Lofa, we are saw it as an add-on. You cannot outshine. It's just like the woman and the man in the home. Until the man can get job to do, no matter what the woman does, the man still does not feel. But if the man is working and the woman doing some things, the man does not feel inferior. Listen, this is normal about life. Forget about what it is, right? Forget about it. Woman working, men are working. But woman just doing and say, oh yeah, my man say, we want to do that thing, and my man, the man will not stay feel good. The man will not stay feel good. It's normal. It's psychological. Bwaka does not feel that whatever Tifa doing, building the other one say, oh yeah, if I've been saying what thinking about it too, you think I beg you. If I've been saying what thinking about it one too, then you go to the other bridge, say the area between Sierra Leone and other Liberia coming to do here and there. That you Tifa standing there, now Boga standing there to tell one there. You think the guys don't know that you're trying to outshine your master? If you call Bwaka your master, you are outshining him because Bwaka never has such capacity to do that. You T5, now you doing it. They will fight you, boss man. But you see, when we're talking, I think we hate your business. And me, I don't hate you, Tifa. Even as I just said, man, who are coming talk about what he did, I can always talk about your intelligent manner. And you see how I can talk about you. I talk about you with respect. You know the Unity Party people now know how to put it in their places. People like deal with them when I grab them. The way I can address them, now I can address you. You know why? The ace of born. I always respect that. That I used to know you. We're friends, and we are still friends. That's one thing. It's just that the path you're going, I'm trying to help you to better. If there's any second thought that you can have. Do you know that Tifa was able to call Sir Joseph and then tell Sir Joseph, say, that thing that you did, Sir Joseph, you blundered. You're not supposed to say what you said on the radio. Tifa said that to Sir Joseph. As anybody will feel that I get all of these things. Tifa called Sir Joseph and told him that that thing you did, it damaged you. For you to have come out, you're just supposed to let it cool so that some of the CDC people will feel, that kind of way. But the way you did it is bad. That Tifa was telling Sir Joseph that one, when Sir Joseph went on the radio and go to that thing that I'm about to talk about, I will talk about. But you see, the Sir Joseph or the Tifa, they don't understand. Sir Joseph said that's one. Sir Joseph, you say you want me president. You allow Stanton Waterspoon to call you to destroy you when Stanton Waterspoon said get ambition. What kind of people that they are so? Stanton Waterspoon has ambition. Stanton Waterspoon always using you to bring you to destroy you and damage you. You're not smart. Oh God. Oh, they are all Liberian people, The way you're not smart. Stanton will destroy all of you. I don't care what you do. You're going to sit down there. When a man knows something will destroy you, April, there are some people who want to have some interviews. If I love them, I'll say the one we can have it on the radio. I'll say the one who will have it there will destroy you. Even when you vex, I will put you in a proper perspective. I'll say the one we can talk about here. The one will destroy you. I don't want for you to come do it this way here and there because I like you. I will tell you, say, no, don't say the one. Don't say the one. No, you're not good. You're not good. But you're allowing Stanton to destroy all of you. You see, Sir Joseph, if they post Stanton here and put you here, Stanton able to beat you in election now in this country, you, Sir Joseph, you have created more dangerous harm than Stanton Waterspoon by what you said. You're not smart. You're allowing that man to call you and damage you people. Come and say anything you want to say. Then he knows that what you say is not right. Could you imagine? You're not smart. You say you're what they call your political advisors, and people tell you, no, don't say they won't. Do you know how many advisors around the presidents and things that they can tell them, say, no, don't say they won't, don't say they won't? Then you go sit down, you damage yourself. They may get ambition. Then you say you won't be president. That's not who get ambition in the country will allow you to be president easily. They may damage you big time. You'll be going there and go talk. Then you can hear the man say, wow, you sure that's true? Then you see that you're talking to God, this country. But Mama Modu, they're very smart. You see, you hear me say, oh, Mama Modu, but you see, people that Mama Modu, they are very smart. So, sir, I just say your thing in passing because I don't even want to waste my time on it too much. Because most of the things you said, it's very difficult to prove. So I just say, if we does not want to speak to you and know what presidents can do, if presidents call a speech from you, let me tell you how it works. That the player knew that you lied. I don't want to even show pictures or evidence of you saying what you say. If president calls off speech from you, any other person who close to him that want favor from that president, they will call off from you too. You will never benefit anything. Sir Joseph, president called off speech from you. Your schools were still being built in your name. President called off speech from you. You are still bringing medical supplies in this country in your name. President called off speech from you. You are still bringing buses in this country in your name. And you think the president does not have that power? Sir. Sir, you say president called off speech from you? You listening? Look, Most of the people who you see distancing themselves from people who have to do with the CDC is because of Joseph Boakai conduct towards WIA. So even if people want to help anybody close to WIA, they will say, you see the paper? The way the paper now want to see WIA. The paper here that you even want to call him WIA. No matter, just by the conduct of Boakai, it tells any other person who want to maintain better relationship with Boakai that they don't have to do business when you say President call a speech from you. Imagine that. Then you allow yourself to be destroyed by Stanton Waterspoon. Can't talk. Then you're yet talk. Can't talk. You think no sound journalist will do that? Anybody who get your interest as a journalist, there are things that you can't say. I will tell you, say, don't say it. So I just say, that one you lie big time. And do you know what I heard today against Ajose? That your anger with WIA started when a Sierra Leonean friend of yours absconded from Sierra Leone and they were looking for him and they brought him and you wanted for WIA to provide cover for him. And what WIA told you is not the best thing to do. Let us go to the UN General Assembly. I will talk with a few friends there, human rights and human rights issue. That was your problem. Those were some of your problems with WIA. I just got to know that. Sir Joseph, stop. Chief, what you doing that is very wrong. I agree, even everything you ever said is true. All of us get our dark side and experiences with people. We don't put them aside. You think I left Truth FM or Happy Man? That thing I mean, you know how many people have said to push me to say some things? I haven't said it and I will not say it. And today, Billy and myself, we have better relationship now. You just think when people party in relationship, things can happen. Don't I know your own were lies? Right? But you can't, big brother. What you did is bad. It damages you. It have destroyed you. I think you're talking, oh, I can't do that yet. Then you just for the coin, chief. You destroy yourself. I don't know why and how it's happening to you, but you destroy yourself. The damage you have done to yourself is even more than T5's damage you have caused. Because the things he started saying, indicting people, how they grab Modu, they torture him, they did all the kind of thing that you are talking. It's not necessary. Chief, everyone have their right to associate and leave. And I said it the last time. I said the boy have their right to leave. Whatever it is. Chief, you got a right to leave. Then you talk about how your horse was burned down because you got more vote, more than we are. Who will not be sound enough to know that you, sir, you have more votes than the two candidates in this Mosovado County? When you were benefiting from both Mosovado, what a candidate that Unity Party had against you? There was no strong candidate Unity Party had against you. I think we won't pay, eh? Yeah, we won't pay. So is it not obvious that you will get more votes more than we are in Mosovado County? Is it not obvious that you will get more votes more than Boakai in this Mosovado County? When the two parties, their members, decided to join support with you. Yes, sir. What kind of logic that? What a reasoning? It's poor. That does not establish any motive. But what could be the motive behind the burning of that man? Then you say CDC because you got more. Is that a motive? Is that an established motive? Is there anything sound in that motive? It's nothing, absolutely. Yes, sir. Now we will get there because you get numbers, or that we have people will get there because you got numbers. What the logic that in that? Let McGill in Magibi County. McGill had CDC people, McGill had Unity Party people, and there were a lot of people who joined together to support McGill in Magibi County. That is senatorial. On the presidential front, the votes are divided. On the senatorial front, the people can say, we'll choose a block. Haven't you seen that people will choose to say, look, representatively will choose the United Party man. Presidentially will choose George Weah. Have you not seen that? You, Sir Joseph, you don't know that's how it works when it comes to legislative election. The people can make a choice and determine that, look, they're not going for the president, but they're going for the representative. Sir, you don't know that other politics? Then you can say, oh, people burn my heart because I lose. Oh, God, man. Could you imagine that? Sir, I see you. And you know, let me tell you why all these things happening before we close. It is not Sir Joseph himself that doing these things. That's Jeremiah Cohn's plan. Will feed Sir Joseph, will give him money, because he exposed himself on that very show. I don't know why he was like that. You see, the government is now willing to do business with a Jewish man. How you say you won't be president? And you're announcing that you won't be president. Then the government, I think about 2029, will want to support you to bring investors in this country. This vindictive government that is stop every other progress and prospect of anybody whom they think might stand up to them in the future. Amen, sir. You just expose yourself that it is the government agent. Because I want to think that the Unity Party arm. That Jeremiah Cohn say, let post Sir Joseph there. Sir Joseph get more number. Sir Joseph will be able to take away some CDC number. Because Nima County is already on block that our Jeremiah Cohn will be able to have, so that will make George we have to not be president as a game plan. Sir, you're not smart. Because the idea that you expose yourself, you say, when we talk with the Jewish man, the government is now willing to work with the man. What kind of government will look at you, the serious person, and you think you're serious opponent to them, then they tell you, say they come and get you gun to shoot them. You know it's not possible. Sir, you're not smart. There's no game you can play that we don't know. We can't know what really going on. It is not you, sir. It is not you. By the way, it's up to you, Chief. You can study it, review it. I still get respect for you. You see, I did it with you. I did it with you respectfully. See you. Let's get to the lines and interact with you. We'll give you about 30 minutes, meaning we'll be going overboard a bit to give you time. Yeah, but it's good that we just share with you all these things, right? Y'all listen, all the things will be giving that insight we'll be providing so that you connect the dots and you know where we are getting as a people. Let's get to this caller. First caller. Hello, how are you doing? Quickly.
Yeah, good evening, bro. Eddie, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Please go on.
Thank you so much for this privilege. This is Mohammed the Tower. You know, Sir Joseph, you know, the way he spoke last night, and Bro Eddie, can I even take it to be a politician? And today now, Bro Eddie, for me, I know Unity Party, they are well sophisticated people. All the CDC people are putting their arm up going to Unity Party. Based the statement Sir Joseph made. You think Dila can trust the man to operate with him? No. You decide to make political party. Nobody stop you not to establish a political party. And Sir Joseph you made some progress in our country. But for you to base your political dream on somebody's legacy or somebody's name, it's so injured to you. And more especially long time that you made with the CDC impacted you, they gave you all the tools to work with. Today, President Joseph Nima Bakala stay not into politics. And they see there's somebody CDC a lawmaker that may airway in the election. And the way in which the previous president and the former president, you think that he will give them that opportunity. If Tomofala end the 6 years as a the speaker in the country, AB, let me observe the show. I told one of my colleagues, I said Sir Joseph will go. Because all the election, after the election, no critical issue Sir Joseph has been discussing against the government. Like billion people are suffering in the Senate. He enjoying the immunity of the Liberian people, but he never speak. He didn't know how people do politics. Look at Mr. Hassan Belete. He said that he will establish a political party in Broebi. He can see Musa Belete the way in which he moving country to country to convince the Liberian people. He not say I didn't got party or Yemikanga like day, Senator Dina like day. He focused to convince the Liberian people. Sir Joseph, he moved on there. Oh, we are not speak to you 4 years. Even if poor President George Mara, we did not speak to you 4 years. Why is the impact that Liberian people will get that? And we see you on the way me and finally the Liberian Senate. He think you would be having a lucrative position.
What do you know? The mayor executive will not waste me and fun. Thank you so much. No, okay now. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Good evening,
yeah.
I don't know the voice of Peter Sign. I joined was so glad to show.
Okay.
It's a lie, and you say you're not did that with him, but for me, I'm serious with it. I'm from the chauffeur. Anyone who made me the chauffeur, no. Okay. I've been raising this alarm bell because I went to Chicken Fashion way back. I have a story about Sir Joseph. He campaigned 2017, telling me when Kissy, in Chicken you can vote for me. But when it comes to the presidential side, if you look out for Isina and choosing what is on, I want to level you. That's why he said in 2017. So this guy, they have one in your city. How will you say somebody didn't speak to you, but you're chairman, or liaison no senators in the House and the presidency, and you will stay there, you didn't resign. But in 2020, the mayor of campaign chair, you accepted it. 2023, you campaign chair, you accepted it. Look, in fact, that guy ate the campaign money 2020. He the one man we lost against that the when it came to Thomas Fala, the old city brother. He held onto that campaign money. We try our own best. We cry. He could not release the phone. What is the power? Our support bill cut a cost. He gave the phone some to Unity Party Partisan. If you can't be so clear, there's a market he read here. That market, who knows the story? All those guys who were working there, we were the party shutter in the agency. They used us. He used so Unity Party Partisan. Even the bridge that is sitting, they didn't have anything. George, we are good to him, but he had all inner motive, and you are acting. The guy then being a shutter for long. So, thank you, yes, supposed to say. We know him now, and the whole was really knowing him. Even they're planning, they caught up with him. He'll be disgraced. Everybody, even on the other side, because nobody will trust him to do business with him. Because George reacted to as a display boy, tell you, boy, the wisdom of struggling, now you're struggling.
All right.
He took you to clean you up. Then he decided to boil the finger and tell you.
Okay. All right, thanks, boss, for your contribution here. Lee Nangwechi, what's up? How's everything?
Yes, Amy, my brother. Good evening. How are you?
The runaway superintendent.
Oh, man, how you calling me now? They still run away stand by to fight the next time.
I trust that.
Yeah, so thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. I am so saddened this evening the way I sit by the passing of my friend, brother Basel.
Okay.
Basel, before I left Liberia, it was on the Wednesday we met at Elite. And then he complained a lot that you guys were fighting him. In fact, they took the car away from him and blah, blah, blah. And so when things will continue like that, he wait until so when I heard his passing on yesterday and I saw it today, it broke me down.
Certainly.
But again, you said it right, Ebi. Anything that is not comfortable for you, you got to walk away from it. And Ebi, let me tell you for the record, the Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn is my personal friend. I knew Jeremiah Kuhn during the days of LIPAC, Library Business Association. When I was Secretary General for Senator, he was Secretary General for NIMBA. And I would met at one of the conferences and we'll start being friends. Even when you're being out place in Ganto, I spent like a week in Ganto there. I was always around him with the leg of Prince Howard, Davis, and Dama Yomi, all of us. So, I mean, I could have run to Jeremiah Kuhn with a job, maybe, but judging from where the guys were behaving, it got me afraid.
Yeah.
That I could not even go to Jeremiah Kuhn, even sit before him, Jeremiah Kuhn, and ask him for anything because I know he said was dangerous. So I thought to walk away and come here and sit and rest. Maybe 2029 right around the corner. But like yourself, let it go ahead. But there's something I did not observe about George Weah. George Weah carry a spirit that they don't know about. Today, you narrated about my old man, Sylvester Grisby, all the conspiracy he had against President Weah, as not coming the ascension, President Weah, government officials and things then. It take my mind back when I started retrospect that what about the George Weah man that people, when they go against him, things happen unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's start continue. Father said, Father won't continue. Then he John saw. Ain't say he come under the water and going to expose the species that there. And soon after he waited for him to expose all. He never exposed the species here. Let it go ahead. Judgment day ahead of them. But President we have remains and he's coming back on 29 and we are prepared to come and fight that battle. Thank you very much, brother, for putting me the time.
We appreciate that. And thanks so much, my brother. Let me get on to the next caller right here on this dial, the female line. We run to Lee. Thank you. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, my name is
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank for the show. I just I didn't want to get place for order. I see place for order. So I just he said you said I see amazing. Now he today said that he didn't want to. But I just saw pass around with Ebola in the year. So we are all from Ghana. So when you are Ebola, they tell you what for Africa. Again, to do Ebola. So I gave him ambulance, gave him money to buy it. page of one. And the page so screenshot me and not screenshot me. Let the thing next time. I don't know what free for get for money. For just so when people say this, I say me and not screenshot me. Me and news and Joseph. Yeah. Because
you're right. Your line is crying, but then we'll take you somewhere. I think we got you a bit. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Okay, this person. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, Evie, how do you? This is Peter. Me, I calling from Bogota. Yeah, Evie. Let's look at the mysterious deaths taking place in this government, especially the two young guys, including that's just the recent one. All right. You see, in Liberia, in the past administration, everything in control was the government. Even if somebody sick, if official of the government sick, they will say that President we are putting the person. And now they don't want us to believe, or they want us to think that what's happening now, that purely official of this administration is normal. We Liberians got to rise up to the occasion because these people are so desperate, and those are the people that are working in this government. They got to be careful. So we see what's happening now. Yesterday, the young guy who celebrated his birthday, just imagine the guy celebrated his birthday, and then they see even the country is throwing his back up. So now what's happening? They want to happen at the Ministry of Finance. The previous corner minister at the time, the guy when he was serving there, he was constantly sick. Even people from the office will always talk about it. He was sick all the time. The few times he was in my office, he was just sick. But then he have to leave the office before he recover. So this government, the people are so desperate, they see the position as an impediment. So when they are not satisfied with you, they fight hard to take you from there so they can occupy that position. And it's very sad. Liberia is for everybody. It's not for one person.
Right.
All right? Liberia is for everybody. This is why we don't need the election script, but President we are allowed to come in. So you cannot kill other people because you feel that they are not in line with you or they are not agreeing with you. Not everybody will accept your opinion. Other people that will oppose.
Okay.
So, thank you, Ebi.
Thanks, Peter. Let's hear from the next caller. Ebi, let's hear from you.
What's up, man?
Yeah, fine. Please go on.
Yeah, thank you, Ebi. You know, Ebi? That Joseph, I'm sorry to go ahead. I'm sorry to see this, Ebi.
Don't say anything.
You're not just saying, Ebi. No, to be honest, Ebi, if I were inside Joseph's shoe, Ebi, he think I can't go for president. We have to move right after maybe 2029. He think I can't go for president. We are at that time. That president we are get already raised. Do you know because of this step that Sir Joseph take, you don't have any solution against him? Maybe therefore, look, if I tell you, Kissy people, they are my own set of people. I'm a Kissy man. If I tell you, we the Kissy people that Sir Joseph then, they were very, very ungrateful. Look at Joseph Bata today. He was dying. Who rescued him? Is that president we are? Look at how today president we are today. Look at Sir Joseph. Who made Sir Joseph? Who made Thomas Father today in this country? Maybe the only reason I was voting for the guys only because of president we are. For all. That's the type of mentality was there. But look at Sir Joseph today. Because of gratefulness. Yet today people want to look at and respect Sir Joseph. All Sir Joseph bosses there. He take it today. He also rather. Why here? Do you know what the bosses are running? Before that the type of intention he was there, he went and read the bosses. Today you walk out because of President Sir Joseph. I can tell Sir Joseph, who will tear you. Get five kissy men swap over the day. Then we'll get another kissy man power against Sir Joseph. He took in the country. Sir Joseph, he took what's in a boss league? Maybe the only the water in local country you'll be president. But then I've got like war. Match the what to be Sir Joseph because of your grapple there. Fair grapple on grapple kissy men. But me your wicked and so. You're so ungrateful.
Okay.
Baby, yeah.
Okay, Ricky. One Sissy, let's hear from you.
Oh, my son, ABI is
I'm fine.
That was your weekend.
Amen. Fine.
So maybe make it all strong on a day by day, make it all strong with the old man. We never know politics. But we go to the radio every day. That way, you every time on the air. Now, so it happens. They say we'll go for AB. You can't explain to us. You go what we understand. So look, I was something I want to clarify on this platform. My son AB, what happened on Thursday? About it, about it, they said this in my 44 and said I was defending and Sir Joseph. And my friends told me, they said, oh, Mama, I think you're doing the post respecting you and defending Sir Joseph, protecting about you on the radio. But I was trying to call, I couldn't get to, and the show ended. What I was asking of them myself if they can say they go first, my argument was Sir Joseph was campaigning for what? Joseph Waka. You understand what I'm saying? And our argument was, no, I don't believe that. They said the man was kissing that he must vote for the party, don't vote for George. I said no. God, journalists all over the place where they are kissing, they are different tribes, they are journalists. So if they're in the people that don't vote for George, they vote for Waka, you want to put it in this is my opinion, we can't pay in the argument. I was wrong to say that. I was wrong to say that, to say no, it's true. I was not wrong to say that. I said, okay, yeah, they take myself. But to say that man for kissing, for Waka, and this job, I believe that. And you say you left and want to look for to campaign for the CDC. And the people, they think you're going to do it, you're something for you happy. No, it's not happy. So when you say, let's say you said, no, let's do that one, let's say what they want to put in there. Let's do that person alone. Honestly, but do not say for you happy. But what I say, let them come and say, well, the man say, oh, you are defending people or defending the opposite. No, in our saying. You know what I'm saying? You said the next one kissing and said, go for drive water. I said, no, I'm not anything like that. And the next say, and the phone, tell you in there. So it's not in there, but you can't say the next say, so when I believe that, that was my argument to them. That was my argument. And you want to say, the next one, I believe, no, and I want to say, so forget this verse with me and say, oh, you are defending that man, and see what job you are in the trust. No, don't mess with me. As I believe that thing to me, I think what I'm saying, it makes sense. No, my son, don't laugh, you're funny. It's not funny, my child, don't laugh.
Mansis, you know, the issue about that situation, like you explaining, and you know, your son, I will always tell you this. The timing and the position you were taking is what it is. But at the point you were raising that, I don't know whether you were able to bring in other reasons that may have made Sir Joseph didn't do. So, let's say, for instance, you were now saying, no, Sir Joseph, they didn't do nothing. They're just ungrateful. They just want to be ungrateful. And then maybe we'll understand that. Because the essence of all of their argument against you is everyone else is bashing at Sir. And if you came up to defend Sir only on the part of saying, I know he didn't say that, which of course, I myself, I traveled with Sir to Bentor. We went on campaign trail. I went with him. I didn't hear him say any of those things because I was listening to him all the time. But if you can say that and then come to say, look, what Sir has done is wrong, is being ungrateful, then I don't think they were taught you that way, except that talk about how he didn't say it, just left it like that.
Yeah, that was my saying, but it just came in.
Yeah, but you just left it like that. You would have had that standing and left it like that, or you were able to come up.
The one working American to become my father, listening to me.
No, my issue is, did you say or defend Sir, saying Sir did not say that, and then later on you went for Sir to condemn what he did? Did you do that?
Yes. The one I want to call on the show, I couldn't get. I said,
no, did you do that at the time you did it? Did you do that?
Yes. That was saying, I told them if he did it, it was wrong. But he not say on easy, and I hear English, it means that he not say it. The one was defending. But the other thing you put on now, I was saying, yes, what he did was wrong. Myself, I look at it, it was wrong. What he said about George Villa, and up the top, just cry in my house. For yellow please, let's not place. So payment and to pay, right? And say we are evil, essentially evil. We not can stand for our leaders to die for them. For him to come and say, no, kill him. Then one of us will carry out his womb because he had a voice and condemn the attitude of him. But to say he can't be, I was thinking, guilty, that why a girl think I said no. And I believe that it's not true. Why are you saying not true? All
right, so let us not dwell on what you say not true, and let's just get to the issue, man. See, I think that is where your problem is. When people are condemning issues and people here and there, you can't be at the same time going for them. In a law here, I would do it, so you can't be talking for somebody logo on the other side. Yeah, you don't want any political. Just leave that part and say, I will not go into that other argument. then jump to your real team. Forget about all other thing. Next time, yeah, please. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, how are you? Thank you for picking me up. This is Edmond, the visually impaired and keeping program to the fire to deliver. You know, AB, our focus will not be strong on Fala, but I mean, Sir Joseph, but because of the effort that some of us made for Sir Joseph to win, I think 4 different times, because I think he was represented 2 times, then senator 2 times, yeah. And then he came to take the position of our president, George Manuel Weah, to end his term in the Senate. They just 2023, this critical election. We went on behalf of our president Weah. We encourage our people. We talk to our people. Vote Weah for Sir Joseph because he is with us. It is a party mandate. So he's leaving. It's not that we are disappointed because he is leaving. Because as he was saying, it is your right to associate and disassociate. But when you are leaving, you cannot accuse our political leader and accuse and indict the entire party because that's why he did. Because if you tell us that we were used to frame your house, that's the volume. You don't do that. Why you didn't involve the police? So we didn't have any investigation of the incident that occurred at your house. You want to have no investigation? Then you even flip-floating, telling somebody, Malu was drugged, and they wanted to kill him. So the time they were putting drug in Malu's food. If they were planning to kill him, why he could not be killed at that time? They would say, kudos to Malu. Okay? Because Malu left, he thought that he was going into civil society. He didn't say anything wrong, and it is right. This is why he is civil society life. When he doing anything, those of us that are citizens, we know him, our former chairman, and because of the role that he played and the role that he played in civil society, we'll go support him. Okay, so we say kudos to him. Because how come President Weah didn't talk to you for the past 4 years according to you? At what time you started speaking now? You didn't leave, you stayed when you registered our party ticket and run on the ticket to become senator again. Wanted to eat your 9 years that will be ending you to 2032. That is the time that you are account to the great God. Look, I don't know, sir. You dropped the ball on a very serious note. You know, if you're going to tell me that you are leaving, I'm going to accept it. But if anybody could have tell me that you, Joseph, sir, could have said what I heard you say, no, I could tell everybody, say, no, you need, so I couldn't have do it. Okay. This way, right. Just 2023, you on your knee, telling, oh, you eat it 3 times, and we are making you to eat 3 times, and we too can eat 3 times a day, and we'll continue to follow we are. Then you tell right, you telling us that we are is wicked. Brother, we are not the same that can sponsor anybody to burn anybody's house. Amen. Anyway, we wish you well. We'll meet. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. And let me get to the female line. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you, ma'am.
Margaret, people calling from Stephen over Estate.
All right, man.
Yeah. This thing here, some of us actually is not surprising to us because we say these things long time, and for some of us, when when our high intake people, when you take somebody, something behind it, I always used to tell my girls, I say, y'all see these people, some of Fala, Sir Joseph, my high intake people. These people, I'm telling you, Eddie, I see these people, something about these people, my hands are far with them. Oh, you buy a follow me, you buy let us. Eddie, during the senatorial election, we left from one ball, the first ball I call on the show that chose the ball thing. We left from District 12. We went District 5 to go and run campaign for Tomo Fana. We almost got killed. You know why I jumped to her? In the freezer. I never even knew that I was in freezer. At that time, the coordinator for District 5, I just really forgetting your name. He was the coordinator for District 5 at that time. This story was telling you, let's see it tonight. Maybe you will call you. We almost got killed. Sir Joseph held onto that money. I mean, when we even come for campaigning, for us to come, we pay our own way every day to go and come. That's some of the sacrifices we made for these people because of President William, because of the party, because of the country. We made these sacrifices. We found our own food to eat. We buy our own water, everything. These people are ungrateful. They are ungrateful. We knew that these things were going to happen. Some of us knew it. We knew it. That's surprising to us. Can you imagine at this time, Sir Joseph must open his mouth and say this kind of thing to President Weah and for President Weah? Somebody that made you. We wouldn't vote for Sir Joseph because of President Weah. I'm not a kissy woman. I don't know him. But because of President Weah, some of us did these things. Today, because of these people, God take marks on us.
Okay.
But we don't care.
Okay.
We don't care.
All right, mommy. Thank you. Let me get this person. I think no female, then we'll be getting there. At least I'll give you your overvote today. At least we have more time to call. The numbers are too much. We can pick everybody anyway. Let me just pick this. Hello.
Good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you, man.
And the Oma Maseba from Jerusalem.
Maseba.
Yeah. Oh, it can be hard to get on the line.
I know. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for educating us every day, and we'll continue to sit by the radio to get our lesson.
Thank you.
Because if we get our lesson, we can sleep sound.
I know. I trust that.
Coming to Sir Joseph and Thomas Fala, let me be very, very frank with you, Eddie. The Grizzly people, they are very, very tribalistic.
Okay.
They're the Fullers in Guinea. That's why Fuller can become president in Guinea. So, these people, you can't rely on them. We thought they were Ago oil. Now they are Makino oil.
What kind of oil?
Makino.
How Makino oil looks like from Ago oil?
Oh. The Makino oil is sleeping, but on top of it can be shining when you can say that Ago oil. Now know that Makino oil, yes.
Okay.
So that's how these people are. You know, the thing that's supposed to waste, and here you sell it on a low ground, it will stay waste. And that's how these people look there. Sometimes you can be in some relationship, and that relationship does not mean well for you. It's better for you to forget about that relationship.
Okay.
They married CDC or married to Sir Joseph and Thomas Fala. The marriage has been broken. Let them go.
Okay.
And these people, get what you're saying. It's just a matter of days. Just a matter of days. They will get to know themselves very, very well, and it will be late. Look, CDC is now owned by Thomas Fala. We the one made them. We the one went from corner to corner calling our people in Lofa to carry them. Now they are living this way. The shame that they are looking for. And they know that the thing the Bogo Boss here can't come out in the day, can come out in the night because they not get good body.
What? You said Bogo Boss not get good body, that why it can be she?
The way can come out in the night.
Before
they go now, all the wind finish dropping, you see a hinge. Then the whole skin now you will see how it's looking.
Oh, Bogo Boss not get good skin, eh?
Not get good skin. That way can come out in the day.
As you was a young girl can come out in the day.
There you see it.
All right, folks. folks, we want to say thanks to all of you. I give you God all, and I have to get going. Sorry about that, folks. Bonga boy has she. Okay, not a good ski. Ain't a good body. So when it comes on in the night, the day catches it, all the wing can fly. They buy ugly ski. Oh, wow, we can see.
We hail your name today.
I'm very grateful to the Almighty God for all of you. Papa, we there for heaven.
You shall pass for heaven. I see be for heaven.
I like my own phone. They get all kinds of talk in there, man.
Be for earth.
As everything, thanks to you for taking us home tonight. So until we are back here, people, my name is Ben Godson. We'll have been right here with you. Tomorrow I'm going to be back here. A lot more to talk about. But of course, I couldn't just jam everything together.
Forgive us, we know the
and so until we are back here, I want to wish you all the best. You have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.
We lay your hand, we follow you. Lead us, no let us fall for trial. Save us from Wahala and Yawa. Now you get power, glory remain. Forever and ever we shall, amen. You be our shepherd. You know they sleep at night. You they protect us, even when we know they're right. Every temptation, you help us walk away. Oh. We go stand giddy back. Oh yeah. With you we no go stray. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us, we no go hold grudge again.